So when I was 12 years old, I was at home and the phone rings. And you get one of those calls you never want to get when your dad works at a mill. And I pick up the phone and I say, hello, and the woman says, is your mom there? And I said, no, she isn't. She's at the grocery store. And she says, well, honey, we need to find her. There's been an accident. My dad was an electrician at a mill, and he was working on a great big electrical box, and his buddy was in there with a flashlight, and the box didn't get tagged properly. And because it wasn't tagged properly, my dad was in there, and someone didn't know, and they turned it on, and boom! It exploded, caught him on fire, burned him and his friend. Someone had to actually put him out. I didn't see my dad again for about 4 months. He was in Loyola burn unit, and he was going through all kinds of horrible things. There's only one thing worse than getting burned, and that's the healing process and all the stuff you got to go through with it. And when I did see him, when they finally took me to see him, you know, it didn't even look like my dad. They wheeled out this mummy, and he was all wrapped from head to toe. His fingernails were crusted and burned off, and he had red eyes and blistered lips. I mean, I can see the image now, and it's still, you know, is upsetting. And the good news, I got to shift to the good news so I don't start crying. The good news is that he survived that. And he's one of those cool guys that even though he has scars, you know, he's the first guy during the summer to be able to take off his shirt and go swimming. He doesn't care that he has scars. We all have scars, right? His are just really visible. We all have scars, though. I got scars from that. I got a whole bunch of fear in my heart at 12 years old that bad things were going to happen. And those bad things could happen at any time. And it caused me to be afraid of everything. But I didn't want to show my fear, so I had to try to be tough and strong. But what I attracted into my life was what I was really thinking of, which were more things to be afraid of. I went through life feeling like a victim. I went through life, blaming situations instead of being the cause of my life. I became the effect of it. I wasn't playing to win. I was playing not to lose. So I go to high school and I take a psychology class, and wow, they're talking about how to feel good about yourself. And I think, this is it. This is what I want to learn. And then they were bringing people in and different lecturers, and they brought a hypnotist in. And I thought, wow, how cool, hypnotist. I'm going to cluck like a chicken. But it turned out it really isn't about that at all. It was about learning how to use your inner resources, how to relax like never before, and how to start to use the power of your unconscious mind to change those beliefs that are running your life. So I got hooked on psychology, and I got hooked on hypnosis, and I got hooked on neurolinguistics, and anything and everything that would help me to figure this out and this. And while I'm teaching other people to have their self-esteem and to get rid of their fear and anxiety and how to play nice together, I started getting sales managers walking over going, hey, can you hypnotize my guys to call? To make them phone calls and make them cold calls. And I said, sure. And then I started getting people saying, hey, can you hypnotize my people to be nicer on the phone? Sure. And next thing I know, I'm working with these companies, and guess what? It's just people. Buildings full of people. And guess what? Those people have the same types of hopes and dreams and worries and fears. We are so riddled with insecurity. And it doesn't matter what level you're playing at, we have these worries, these thoughts that we've lost sleep over at night. And the trick is to learn how to control what's going on inside of you and develop that emotional mastery. It's not about going in and having a motivational speaker tell you how you got to have a dream and believe in yourself, and just go after it. That's great, and it lasts about a day. Now, Zig Ziglar once said, motivation is good. I know it doesn't last long, but neither does a shower. They're both good ideas. But truly, we want to be inspired and motivated, but you have to go deeper. I don't want to just make your day. I want to make a difference. I want to show you how to make a difference in your own life and in the lives of those around you. So I spent 25 years figuring out how to get into our heads, kind of like the Geek Squad for your brain. I'm going to show you some shortcuts that are going to help you to be able to overcome those fears, those worries, that are going to help you to feel calm and confident in any situation, and that are going to show you how to create relationships with others that are win-win. so that at the end of the day you look back and you say, you know what? I played well. I played to win. Instead of blaming the wind for blowing so hard, I just built a better sail. As Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you never take, so I take the shots. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the goal is not to avoid the storms in life, but to learn how to dance in the rain. And today, we dance.